Okay, welcome back to the Years in the Making podcast with your hosts,
Lizzie.
and Noah. Today we have two wonderful special guests. Do you want to introduce yourselves?
I'm Aaron.
And I'm Lacey.
Aaron and Lacey have been our friends Lacey specifically has been our friend for a while, but Aaron just came into the picture about, year and a half, 2 years ago?
Like almost 3 years ago.
3
Yep.
years.
Yeah.
So, before we get into anything, we wanted to I came up with this idea of, it's called impromptu speeches. So Lizzie, if you will pull up Safari and do can you pick a number between 1 and 2? So what impromptu speeches is I came up with is pick a number between 1 and 2.
Siri, pick a number between 1 and 2.
Okay, so I'm 1, you're 2.
1.
Okay, so I'm 1, and then do it for Lacey and Aaron.
I'll be 1, you be 2.
Pick a number between 1 and 2. 1 again.
Okay. So this first round, it's going to be me saying a impromptu speech about Lacey, and then Aaron is going to say an impromptu speech about Lizzie.
Like if this was our
So the way this is going to be done
done
is it's like you're at the wedding and you're like, the best man or the, what's the other one called? Maid of honor. Yep.
But I mean, even bridesmaids and groomsmen sometimes do this too.
Right. So we're just going to break the ice here. So I am giving a speech to Lacey
Okay.
at Lacey's wedding. And I'm just going to try to keep it like a minute
This
or
could
two.
actually happen. But
This
okay,
could actually
continue.
happen. Okay. So, as you all know, my name is Noah, and me and Lacey have known each other for a very long time. We knew each other throughout elementary and high school, and further into college. At both colleges we went to, actually. One thing I would say about Lacey is she is Aaron's perfect complement. When I see Aaron, I usually ask, "Where's Lacey?" When I see Lacey, I usually ask, "Where's Aaron?" because they're always together. Lacey's a very good encourager, not only to Aaron, but everyone she's around. She has a very vibrant energy and like a joyous energy that, like, when you're around Lacey, you're gonna have a good time, first off, and Lacey doesn't put up with anything. That's what I've learned with Lacey throughout the years. Lacey doesn't put up with anything, and if you know Lacey, you know that. But like I said, I think Lacey and Aaron are a really good pair. And nobody makes Aaron happier than Lacey. Aaron's come to me numerous times, telling me how thankful he is for Lacey, and I think Lacey and Aaron are the absolute perfect couple for each other.
Well, that was very cry.
Cheers to that.
Okay.
That was
So,
really good, Noah.
Impromptu speech number 2.
It's you. It's
Aaron,
not Aaron.
You're going to talk about Lizzie for about a minute or two.
Okay. All right. My name.
You push the button? Let me see.
Maybe Oh, it's blinking.
Okay.
Do you want to check it?
Checking it. Should be good.
No, I
All
got it.
So my name's Aaron, and I've known Noah and Lizzie for about 3 years. One thing about Lizzie is that she's really awkward, especially when we're saying bye as like a group. Noah and Lacey will hug, me and Noah will hug, and then Lizzie will be like, "Hi, Aaron," and then like just give me like a high five or like a sweaty like fist bumper. I don't know, but it's really awkward. I think the only time I've ever hugged Lizzie was at her wedding, and that was it. Yeah. I don't know much about Lizzie. I know everything. I'm serious. I know everything about Lizzie through Noah. So about how much he loves her and how they continue to work on things, and I just appreciate her commitment to serve Noah every single day. All I got.
All you go.
All I
I
got.
Well-
think the sweaty hands are so true. 'Cause
Very
my
good.
Sweaty
my
train.
hands always sweat.
Hands all-
Sweaty hands are true. So I came up with that little segment of impromptu speeches. That's something I plan to do with other guests as well. But Lacey and Aaron are our first guests on the podcast. So how honored do you guys feel to be the first
Extremely.
guest?
Extremely honored.
Aaron, how do you feel, buddy?
I feel like a king.
Feel like a king. That's what I love to hear. This is episode 4 of the Years in Making podcast. And today we're just going to deep dive into some questions with Lacey and Aaron. We don't have like a specific topic or anything, but we're just going to talk to Lacey and Aaron, ask them some questions, and kind of they're going to tell you a little bit about who they are and their story. So,
Wait, can we tell them to like and subscribe?
yeah, tell
Like
them
and
whatever you want.
subscribe, you guys.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody that's watching on YouTube and Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And if you heard the cat, she's meowing in the background. Okay, so what I want to figure out is, I mean, I think I know mostly about everything, but how did Lacey and Aaron, how did you two meet? So you can go in depth with it. You can go pretty simple.
Tinder,
Tinder.
a dating app.
A dating app, Tinder.
You have to
So,
explain
Tinder.
more than that.
I need to know, like,
No,
why,
explain better.
Lacey, why were you on Tinder,
No,
first of all?
No.
Aaron, also, why were you on Tinder? Because me and Lizzie, obviously, like, we've never been on, like, dating apps. But I'm just wondering, like, what sparked you to make an account and, like, try to match with people?
Okay, you go first.
So when I was on Tinder early.
Okay.
Yeah, before he was 18.
Yeah, I
which is,
made an
like,
account when I was
normal.
like 16, and like what
16?
I think so. Yeah, 16 or 17, and that's what me and my brother would do. Me and my brother and my cousin, we went to the lake one year. And we just got on Tinder and just like, and that was before I was saved.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of heathen activity
Definitely.
going on behind that. But when I was 18, so I deleted it for a while because I was like, I'm 16, I'm not gonna do anything. But hello, honey.
Wait, don't let her sniff the mic. She's gonna like blast people's ears.
She loves it.
When I was 18, I re-downloaded it. And I was like not that serious, but I was like also trying to find a girlfriend. And then Lacey popped up. I thought she was cute, and then her bio said, "Give your best what was it, pickup line?" So I gave my best pickup line, and I was in first place.
You actually did give.
I had W Riz.
Do you remember the pickup line?
Yeah. Well, sort of. It was like, what was it?
It was. I have
Hey,
to screenshot.
okay. It's like a weird like combination of pickup lines. It's
Yeah.
like
Okay.
it's supposed to be like funny and not
Yeah.
like rizzy.
It was
Okay.
like he was like
But-
correcting himself. He
Yeah.
would, like,
So I was like, "Are you from Tennessee? Because you're wait, never mind. Did you fall from heaven? Wait."
I was like, no, Aaron, that's stupid.
Yeah.
Try again.
And then I was like, I can't remember what I closed with.
Stop.
I can't remember what
your friends tell you you're a 9, but I think you're the one for me. Or
yeah.
something like that. Like talking about you.
So,
That's
Lacey,
funny.
what was your reaction to that first text or that first like
The
message?
first DM. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Let me get the background of why I had.
Yeah,
Tinder.
do that, do
Okay. As a good Christian girl,
Heathen.
I should not have been on there, and I do not recommend that ever. But basically, I had a friend that had just got broken up with, and it was like tragic because the guy like basically broke up with her to get with someone else like immediately after.
Love
Anyways,
that.
no names, no tea.
Nope.
But we were at the beach for like a week, and we were like, we need to find you a guy to take a picture with to make your ex jealous because she still wanted him back. Like she was the one that got broken up with. Anyways, it's a whole twisted story. But I did my civic duty because I was 18 and she was still 17. So I got on Tinder and I was like finding her a guy to take a picture with. We never did because they were all weird. And anyways, they were all like older than us because like freshly 18.
Mhm.
I downloaded the day I turned 18.
Okay.
So, okay, we're moving on. I delete it. I don't think anything of it. And then I
Mhm.
get home and I'm like, I wonder who's on this silly little app that I know. So I like get on there and I'm like looking at people around. There's like Elon, or there's people just like around.
Yeah.
I come across some kids from high school and I'm like, okay, this is weird.
Yeah.
I'm like, you just kind of get stuck like scrolling or like
Right.
swiping or whatever. So I just keep being on there, whatever. I make my little profile, like he said. I get his DM and it actually was the best. So I think I told him it was like a 9 out of 10 or like 10 out of 10. I was like, you're in first place so far.
Uh huh.
I mean, I did talk to like a lot of people on there.
Really?
So he had some competition. I think I told him that, so he sent another one, and I was
Wow.
like, okay,
Stop.
like
That's
you
funny.
passed. Like here's my Snapchat. That was like the prize
I
for
sent her my
winning.
Wi-Fi password.
Yeah, he sent me his Wi-Fi password when I came over for the first time. That was his second pickup line. Anyways, so he ended up getting my Snapchat, and then did I fulfill the question yet? Is that all?
I mean, I
too
think
far?
you answered the
Yeah, that was
question.
good.
Yeah.
The one thing I remember, I don't know if Lizzie told me or y'all did, but when you looked at Aaron where he lived, it was the exact like y'all lived in the exact same area, which was like really cool.
Yeah, well, so his thing just said that he was from Mebane. Mine
Right.
didn't say a location because I was not an idiot,
Right.
and I'm not going to do that. But
Yeah.
then how we actually ended up meeting face to face was that I posted that I was in Mebane, and he was like, "Oh shoot, I live 5 minutes away from there," and I was like, "Oh shoot,
Yeah.
okay."
And then let's go move into your not necessarily first date, but like didn't y'all meet up for the first time? Was that at Filament? Is that right? Okay.
Yeah, it was.
So what did that consist of?
So I was with a friend, so it wasn't like total stupidity being
Okay.
like asking a random stranger to just like show up.
Right.
But I was with a friend at the time, and I was like, "Yeah, you should pull up," and he did. And he just like plopped down. He didn't even say hey. He just like sat down, and I was like,
that's Aaron's personality though.
That-
Like Aaron, like
Yes.
he'll come over and like we won't talk for 5 minutes. Aaron will sit there and
Yeah.
like I just like love being around him because
Mhm.
I don't feel like I have to talk to him. Like it's not awkward. You
Mhm.
just sit there and you just sit in the presence of Aaron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at this point, this is like late 2021, like getting to like October 2021.
Yep.
So like, I mean, COVID's basically done or whatever, but this dude comes in wearing a mask, and my first impression, I was like, oh shoot, what if he's like you know, like what if he still thinks COVID is a thing? And like I just don't want to be with anyone crazy. Like
Right.
immediately, I'm like, I don't know about this.
Yeah.
But then I don't know. He like discards that or whatever, and we start talking. He was actually editing pictures for his cousin's like engagement, who she's no longer engaged to, which
Interesting.
is just a little tidbit.
Love that.
But it was just kind of fun. I feel like we hit it off. Like I really enjoyed talking to you, and at like especially at the time I couldn't say that of any other guy, like pretty much ever. So I thought that was really special. Like I didn't necessarily know we were going to be like a thing, but I was like, I want to be friends with this guy. Like he's cool.
I did.
Okay, you can
Aaron
tell your
knew what was
side.
going on.
Yeah, say anything about you.
So from introducing how you and Aaron met, so Lizzie, how did you and Lacey meet? Was it just at school?
It was at school.
That's a great question.
Okay, like
Did
Do you
we
remember this?
actually? I mean, so yeah, so we were in court together, but I don't remember like meeting you, being like, "Hi, I'm Lacey."
right.
At Filament.
No, but that was after. That was
Well,
after the fact of
I
you
think it was
leaving.
more like, I mean, of course I knew you from school, but
Yeah.
then you asked me to get
No,
coffee.
We were literally Lizzie and Lacey for court, but then that court never happened. So then we were like,
Okay, my question is,
dude, you're playing with the cat.
I'm not playing with
You
her.
are.
She's biting me.
my question is, was Filament before or after court?
That was after the fact of you leaving. I think it was like the next.
Okay,
The
because
next
you
or
wanted to
whatever.
catch up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, "How's Lizzie doing?" And then
Yeah.
yeah.
But even though we were Liz and Lace in court, like I still didn't really know you that well.
Because for me, that was 11th grade, and then going into 12th grade was when I wanted to hang out with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, I mean, I knew you from school, and
Yes.
court
Yeah.
is like when we were.
But we really didn't
feeling
know
some
each other.
out.
I feel like I more know
Yeah.
Noah.
Yeah, and then she asked me to go to Filament, and we talked for like 4 hours.
I felt so bad because I texted you. I had COVID at that time.
She had COVID, and we talked for like 3 or 4 hours.
But I think I was so excited to hang out with Lizzie for the first time that I was like, I'm not even gonna get tested. I'm just gonna go because my symptom was I couldn't smell. I was like, surely I'm fine.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, you
surely
just can't
I'm
smell during a global
no big
pandemic.
deal.
That's fine.
Yeah, it was stupid. I would not do that.
So did you get COVID from Lacey, or you were
No.
Lizzie's
You were
immune?
good.
Lizzie's
Yeah,
somehow immune.
She was good. We also
for COVID.
sat across the table from each other.
Yeah.
I kind of did that on purpose because like just in case.
Because it was one of those like that big glass
Which is
table.
literally the
Mhm.
table I met him at. Which is a little
Love
silly.
that.
I love
That's
that table.
funny.
That's like a sentimental table for me.
So, me and Lacey met also at the same school that we all three went to. We obviously knew each other
Yeah.
through what grade did you come in at?
I came in at 6th grade.
Sixth grade. Okay,
Yeah.
so she started out in middle school. Okay,
Mhm.
so
Well,
me and
actually,
Lacey,
we were still in the elementary school hall for 6th
Right,
grade. At least
that's right.
I was, so I didn't really
Yeah.
know you till a little bit
because
later.
was it Mrs. Freeman?
I had Mr. Watkins.
Okay, because I was Mrs. Freeman the previous year. Okay, so me and Lacey, I don't know when we like originally met, but like I think the first interaction we had was with Korik speaking, which we'll go into that in a further episode. But all I remember is Lacey thinking I was extremely annoying, and I'm sure she still does, but I don't know. It was something like I would always talk to
No
Lacey, and she would always be like, I don't remember what you did, but it was just like, it wasn't necessarily awkward. Lacey was just like, she would really tell me, like, no, you're annoying. Like, I remember that.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
I swear that that's something you would do back in the day.
Yeah,
Like-
I was brutal, honestly. Before
Yeah,
we were
she
saying
was
that, I feel
brutally
like
honest.
I was rude.
Still sort of is brutally honest, but not,
Just
she's
a little more gracious.
matured for sure. But me and her did court
Mhm.
speaking together. We
did chorale together.
sang together.
Yeah.
We did. I mean, me and Lacey did a lot of stuff together, but I wouldn't
Cross-country?
say cross country.
This is
Like,
true.
yeah, this is.
He was more a background character though. Like
Yeah,
he
I was
there,
like-
but
I was like an
Yeah,
NPC
crazy,
in
huh?
Lacey's life. Literally was an
Yeah.
NPC. But
like he was there.
me and Lacey met at school. Lizzie and Lacey met at school.
Yeah.
Me and Aaron met.
Oh my goodness.
When
So
did you guys meet?
Community
met-
college.
Yeah.
So,
the ACC
there was a
spring.
moment before that though. So
Oh,
Melomaniac, our old stomping grounds.
I forgot about this.
Rest in peace. We miss Melomaniac so much. But so I go into Melomaniac one day and I see Lacey and Aaron, but I don't really. I know they have started talking and dating and whatnot, but like
You knew that already?
I think I knew that because
Was
y'all
I with you,
y'all were
Melomaniac?
painting that day.
Was I with you?
Yeah.
I was
Melomaniac?
doing
No,
assignments
you
for
weren't
community
there.
college.
I thought
Yeah.
did you see us first or we saw you? You were sitting in the window and
Yeah.
we sat
So
at a table.
I saw y'all right when I walked in, and I'm gonna be honest, I avoided y'all
He
because
texted me that too.
I was
He
texting
texted
Lizzie. I was
me.
like,
Nuh-uh.
oh my gosh, Lacey and this new guy are in the
No.
Lacey and this new guy are in
Yeah, he didn't talk
Melomaniac,
to me.
and
Well,
No, he didn't talk to me.
I didn't like how I am with new relationships. I'm very awkward, and Lizzie will attest to that. Like if you have a new boyfriend or girlfriend and we meet for the first time,
mhm.
It's extreme.
10
You
times out
also-
of 10
you
it's
just
gonna
don't know
be
if they're sticking
awkward.
around.
So
That's
yeah,
all.
you don't know. I didn't know if this was just another one of Lacey's boyfriends.
Whoa.
Just kidding. You haven't had
Whoa.
much of anything, but I never really. I was comfortable around Lacey, but like when one of my friends or my close relatives or anybody gets a new boyfriend or girlfriend, for me it's just
Noah's
really
silent.
awkward.
Noah's usually silent.
I'm very
and
silent.
I'm doing the talking.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I just stand there awkwardly. So I walk in and see their backs, and I'm like, I'm not talking to them at all. And then, but what happens was once I was sitting up, like there was like a window seat, so I was sitting up there. Once I turned around, I think I was like, oh hey, how are y'all? Like that I didn't see them when I walked in, but I actually did,
That was
which I
No.
definitely regret that.
'Cause
But
I saw your back and I was like, shoot,
Yep.
Noah's here.
Lacey was probably expecting,
whole-
I didn't want anybody I know to be in this
No,
place.
the whole
but-
reason we were at Reed's instead of Film It was so that I would not see my entire church at Film It.
Yeah,
Because they would be like, who's your friend?
Yep.
Mm.
So I turn around and I'm talking only to Lacey, and I'm literally not necessarily shunning Aaron, but Aaron's just sitting there, and I'm coming on with a full conversation with Lacey.
No, and I didn't want to introduce him because I was like, I don't know if he's sticking around. I
Right.
don't want to be
And
like,
I didn't know the future plans with Aaron, so I just kind of left him.
stop messing
But-
with the cat.
I think when me and Aaron met for the first time, I think it was like a match made in heaven. Because we met at community college. For whatever reason, they were having like a
The spring fling.
spring fling is what I thought I was about to call it, like a summer bash or something.
No,
But
the spring fling.
it was a spring fling, and Lacey brings her boyfriend, and me and Aaron, like, I'm just being goofy. Like, I'm being myself around Aaron, and he's acting the same way.
Mhm.
And I'm like, dude, I actually found someone like me, and
Yeah, you immediately unlocked each other's
like me,
personalities.
Aaron was like, bro, what is wrong with this dude? But like, I was
Yeah.
just like, dude, I can see something happening here. But since then, like me and Aaron have gotten like really close and become best friends. But that moment, I don't think it would have been the same in Melomaniac that it was at at the community college we went to.
Mhm.
Aaron, do you remember anything from that day when you met me?
Yeah, I remember you grabbing me by like the hips from behind. I was like, bro, I've never spoken to this man
Right.
ever.
When I like somebody, when I'm friendly with somebody, like I
Bro,
go over and exaggerate for sure. But I knew me and Aaron would be friends just because like he put up with me, and I knew he would for a long time. So that's how me and Aaron met. How did you and Aaron meet? Do you remember?
Spring fling, right?
think so.
So
Yeah.
we all met Aaron
Yeah.
at the same day besides Lacey.
Well,
obviously.
I think Lacey told me like kind of when this was happening.
Okay,
a little
Lizzie
bit.
literally sent me screenshots of my Visco posts and was like, "Who's this?"
I forgot
Ooh.
about
She's
that.
like, whose hand is this?
Ooh.
I
And I
forgot
was like,
about that.
Lizzie.
Lizzie was trying to be subtle with it.
Yeah.
She was like trying to, yeah.
I was just
Casually bring him in the
spicing
picture.
up the feed a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blame me?
I totally did that. I totally forgot
Yeah.
about
I
So
feel like that. I think I told her about him at work. And I would like talk about him.
that.
At Snookin' Place?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think
I
that's
remember
all
that
remember.
too.
Honestly,
Yeah.
it's a blur. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's right.
And the spring fling is when we both met him. Yeah.
But from there, us four started hanging out. Like I would say once every 2 or 3 months, I would come over to the Snowcomb Place. Aaron would be there. Lizzie would be there. We would all just be hanging out.
Do you
I remember that one time Aaron put me on a leash. I don't know why. He was
You're acting a fool. Bro.
he was treating me like a dog.
Bro.
You're acting a fool.
I'm always acting a fool, bro. That's just who I am. But ever since like what was it, 2021, 2022, when all four of us met
22 probably.
with
we met
Aaron.
in 21. Started hanging out in 22.
Yeah, so that was 2022, and ever since then, like we've made it, a goal of ours to all hang out as much as we can because obviously there's a lot going on in all of our lives, but there's always time for good, godly friendship, and that's what I think we have here. And I'm very grateful for the friendships that we have with you guys because Aaron's helped me through a lot of things, Lacey's helped Lizzie through a lot of things, and we've always been there for each other. And I think it's really, really good to have strong friendships and relationships outside of family and marriage. So Aaron, when you and Lacey started talking, I know you mentioned that you weren't saved. So can you kind of tell me how, when did you get saved along the lines of you and Lacey's relationship?
It was so we started talking October 21, and we went on a date, and then I asked her out, and I still wasn't saved at that point. We dated for a week, and we broke up.
I broke up with him.
Yep, she broke up with me because I was still.
That's lore that people do not know. That we were together for a week and then broke up.
Oh, really? That's funny.
Yeah.
So then I would say close in December, around that time was when the Lord changed me and I was aware of my sin and repented of it and came to know the Lord.
That was December 2021.
2020, yeah.
Okay.
2021, around that time, December, January, close to that time. And I think we started dating that January of 22.
After you got saved?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yep.
Interesting. So y'all broke up the week after you started dating, but after Aaron got saved, you got back together. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ooh.
Yeah.
My cat's meowing. But yeah, I mean that's very interesting. I didn't know that was the case, but we'll kind of pan this into unequally yoked relationships, and it's important that Lacey, with Aaron, Lacey wanted to date somebody that was a Christian, and I don't know if you knew whether he was or not when you first started dating him that first week, but it's very hard to date someone that either believes different than you or doesn't really believe at all or in anything. So that's definitely a good recommendation from me and Lizzie's standpoint. Try to find somebody very close to your belief system, not only, but the Bible talks about being equally yoked, and unequally yoked relationships, they're okay until you can't. But the whole purpose is to try to lead the other person to Christ, and that's kind of what the Bible talks about. You want to have somebody that believes the same way you do, and you're both believers, and they're going to uplift you instead of bring you down and try to bring you into worldly things. So that's really good that you two, when you got saved, you were you got back together, and then from there, Aaron was slowly growing in his faith. But with Lacey being a Christian already, Lacey was able to help out Aaron, and that really, I guess it sparked what you guys had together. And it was a lot of Lacey that helped Aaron to grow in his faith, and a lot of your friends at church and stuff like that. But let's go into the most recent happening in Lacey and Aaron's lives. You can show them your ring because they just got engaged.
OMG.
What day was that? Was it
Zoom in on that.
May?
May 11th.
May 11th.
Is it sparkling?
May
So
11th.
Yeah, May 11th.
me and Aaron were cooking
Oh
for
my goodness, no, we were not.
Aaron. Aaron, when did we start talking about the engagement?
About like a year before it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, a year?
When did you
Wait,
get?
what?
Like close to. I
Yeah,
don't
probably
know.
about a year ago.
Wait.
Yeah, your concept of time is terrible.
Whatever. But Aaron, when did you get the ring? I remember when you texted me you got the ring. When
Yeah.
was that?
It's like eight months before that.
And
I don't know. It's like
it was.
right-
Was it
like
before the summer?
I don't know. It was the day after me and Lacey went ring shopping.
That's exactly what I did too. The day after me and Lizzie went ring shopping, I bought the ring. That's exactly what happened
It
with
was
Lacey and Aaron
like
too.
October of last year at least.
And she said,
Yeah.
October of last year.
November or something.
So ever since when Aaron got the ring, I think we just started talking about like proposal ideas and stuff. And the only reason I knew Aaron needed help because first of all he's Aaron.
bro.
Okay,
He
wait.
just doesn't
Wait,
think
can I
in
say
his
something?
word. Yeah.
Okay. Didn't he put ideas in his notes that you saw?
Yeah.
And me and Lacey, we went to like Trader Joe's one day,
Bro.
and she was like, I just want to let you know, like, I do not want to be proposed to at the beach. And I was like, why did she say this? And that was why.
Do you know the story of this?
No.
Yes, I
So
know.
listen. Okay, so we're sitting.
You tell her to not look at your phone and she does it anyway.
No, because we're.
It's girl things.
Can I defend myself for 2 seconds?
Defend yourself.
We're sitting in church. Fool forgot his notebook, so he takes out his phone to take notes. I glance over to make sure he's not like texting somebody in church because I'm gonna elbow him if he is. I look, his notes app is open and it says beach proposal, and I'm like, I know that's not about me because I specifically said I didn't want to be sweaty. Are we gonna go to the beach? So like the rest of the sermon, I'm not even focusing on what the pastor's saying.
Right.
I'm like, how can I tell one of them to make him not do this?
Yeah.
Like, how can I get this
It's
refinangled?
just an idea.
And you texted Lizzie, right?
No,
No,
she told me.
I waited till the next time I saw her. I was like, Lizzie,
Oh, okay.
I cannot be proposed to. At the beach.
No, but I don't know. Did you give me the context? Like, oh, I saw Aaron's notes. I think you just flat out said,
I might have told you later.
you told me later, but in that moment, she was like,
Yeah.
I just wanted to let you know, like, I do not want to be proposed to at the beach. I was like, okay. But I knew that was one of Aaron's ideas.
Yeah, because
but
I was
I
telling
knew-
Lizzie about it.
But because you were telling me about it, but I knew you were trying to, like,
So
turn from that idea.
my idea from the get go was either Duke Gardens or Okanichi Mountain, and
Where we got.
most of my ideas were right into Duke Gardens, and me and Aaron come up with like a perfect game plan, and then he puts it in some notebook, and then he loses the notebook, and we have to redo the whole thing again. So my plan all along was Duke Gardens, which it's beautiful, and I knew that was where Lacey wanted to go. And then Aaron texted me one day. He was like, I really think I want to do it at the beach. And I was like, I literally saw the message. I was like, Lizzie, there's no way. And I started like face palming. I was like, bro, dude did not cook. Like I was like, Aaron, what are you doing? I didn't tell him that. I was telling Lizzie that, but I was like, Aaron, we've already come up with an idea, and then he gets really set on the beach. And I'm like, Aaron, how would we do it at the beach? Okay, first of all, there's going to be a billion people there.
That was my number one thing. I was like, I don't want a lot of people to be there.
Yeah.
I see the beach, and I'm like, everybody and their mom's at the beach.
Yeah. And I was like, Aaron, if you do it in the morning, she's going to have bedhead, and she's going to have your
Hey.
proposal
Whoa.
engagement pictures with bedhead.
Whoa.
I mean,
And then if like I'm taking pictures or something, or if it's just them, and I hide behind like a tumbleweed or something, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
it's just-
Boy.
Aaron, I will tell you, like, the beach idea was not it, and that's why this is why Lacey told Lizzie, and Lizzie told me, and then I texted back to Aaron. I was like, Aaron, I really just don't think this is a good idea. Let's go back to the Sarah Duke Gardens idea. And then I had to pretty much convince Aaron to go back to that idea. And from there, really, we just planned it out to where, we had a day planned, and we can kind of go into the story of the day. We don't have to go into like the detail by detail. The only thing I want to mention is the escape room we went to. Aaron gave us the choice of axe throwing or an escape room. Me and Lizzie are so bad at escape rooms, but we just thought it would like calm some of the nerves and anxiety there. So we go to this escape room, and it's not in the greatest area. And I walk in the doors, and I'm like, "Is this real?"
It was
And
next to a nightclub, wasn't it?
I think it was. It was at like a plaza. Like
Yeah,
that's
strip
what it
mall.
was at. And it was like there was nobody in the parking lot. I was like, Aaron, what did you get ourselves into? And we get in there, and it's like we did the Candyland one or something. Everything has duct tape and like glue, and
Actually, so true.
it was so janky, but like it made the day because
It was fun.
we didn't get out.
Yeah, we didn't. We were one step away though.
Yeah.
We were one step away. They gave us a flashlight that we used for something, and then it was supposed to be used for something else.
We were supposed to look at the door.
Yeah, we were supposed to look at the door
inside
before.
I thought we were supposed to
Like,
press
there was-
inside of the flowers.
Mm-mm.
Long story short, we're not escape room people. I don't know about you two.
We actually do okay. They were slowing us down.
Yeah. We were definitely slowing you down. So after that, we went to Duke Gardens, and we get there, and I am like shaking because I'm the one in charge of the ring because Aaron trusts me enough. He gave me the ring like 4 months ago, and I'm the one having the ring.
No, I didn't- what?
It was a week before.
It was
Okay,
like
okay,
week before.
okay. It was week before.
Yo.
Okay, I'm the one that's
I'm
bad
just
at
looking in
time
the
now.
room for it. I was like,
So
Yeah, it was like the week before.
I put it in my back pocket, and this Jones that big, so it's like bulging out of my back pocket. So I'm purposefully walking in the back, and Lacey and Aaron are up front, always holding hands and Google eyes and stuff. And then Lizzie's right in front of me, and a little bit along the line. So what our plan was, Lizzie was tapping Aaron on the shoulder, and from that, Aaron was going to propose. When Lizzie gave him the head nod or tapped him on the shoulder, one of the other two.
Because Duke Garden is so big, so we didn't know like a certain area.
And we
that's
went on
why-
a Saturday, so it was
it
packed.
was literally graduation weekend.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like graduation weekend from
Yeah.
Duke and stuff. Like, it was so packed. And we didn't plan out beforehand. Like, me and Lizzie, when we got engaged, we planned out beforehand where we were going.
Well,
But
there's one
here,
spot.
there's only one spot. But there's so many spots at Duke Gardens.
You shouldn't know.
So me and Aaron and Lizzie really didn't know what to do. So we were just going to kind of play it by ear. The kind of signal was for me to give Aaron a head nod when Lizzie tapped me.
Weren't y'all talking about the ducks?
What?
You're like,
Yeah, and then
our
me and
code word
Aaron
was
came up with a what is it called? Like a secret code.
Yeah.
Of like, how about them ducks or something?
Yeah.
You want to go see them ducks? That was a code word.
Yep.
Did we use it or no?
I used
you
it
talked
once.
about ducks like 4 times between the three.
I think we talked, but Aaron, I was nervous for him. Lizzie could tell you I was shaking on the way to
Yeah, he
Duke
was.
Gardens. Like me and Lizzie, we were listening to our playlist, and I was genuinely like, this is about to happen. This has.
was shaking.
I was scared. I don't know why, because I was in
Sweating.
charge of the ring.
As if I was
So at one point during it, I handed the ring to Aaron, and I wanted him to propose. Lizzie wanted him to propose
Yes, I
at
was
one
like-
spot,
Yes.
and
Wait, what spot?
It was in front
it
of
was
the
when
water,
we took
right?
that awkward picture. Like me and her, you were like, okay, sit down and took that picture.
I'm gonna find it after
Oh,
this.
wait, no,
it
I
was,
know what you're talking about.
It was pretty. I think there was like a bridge in the
yeah,
background.
yeah,
too.
yeah,
Yeah.
But there was some random.
Yeah,
family
some
sitting
Arab
right there or
guy
something.
there with his baby.
Dude, I was like, the thing was like, if you look at those pictures of me smiling, you can see me holding back, not necessarily tears, but like so much nerve because I was just like awkward smiling because I was just like looking at Aaron the whole time and we were like winking at each other and doing all like the bro code stuff.
But like, I was having a good time, but I was also like, why are y'all like not having fun? I was like, am I the only one?
Me
trying to
and
have a
Lizzie
good
were
time
so
right now?
nervous. It was bad. So I hand the
My stomach was upset.
of course it was. I hand the ring off to Aaron, and this doofus wears like the shortest shirt he has. So
I had to make my muscles pop for pictures, bro.
Aaron's the ring is like sticking out of his back pocket, and his shirt is like not even close to covering it.
And we keep having to both pull his shirt down.
I keep
and cover
pulling
the
his
ring
shirt
bottom.
down, and I'm so afraid Lacey's about to like touch his back or something
She
and
did.
feel it.
She touched
She
it.
touched it. Oh, really?
I had to like. Yeah, that was
He was
my
like,
wallet.
yeah, that's my wallet.
It worked.
Dude,
I was like, okay.
so I promise you, like me and Aaron and Lizzie, like there were like 6 places that we wanted to propose at, and my boy Aaron,
Group proposal.
Aaron either got scared and backed out, or there was somebody in the way, like a family, or like somebody taking graduation pictures. Every place we wanted to go was pretty much taken with people already being there. So we're literally about to walk out of the place, and we're walking towards the exit, and Lizzie taps me on the shoulder, and then I give Aaron the nod, and there's a ton of people around us because right in front of where they did it
I'm
was
like,
a
it's
walkway.
now or never because we're about to exit.
Yeah, it was like, okay, Aaron, are you doing it today or not? So I was like, Aaron, you better get on one knee, brother. But we get over this, what would you call it, like a awning thing? Like is there a certain word for it?
An arch.
Like
Yeah,
an
it's like
awning
an
arch thingy. So
Nice.
does that go towards the exit? Or is that just like on the way to the
That's
exit?
just
It was on the way.
Okay, so it was on the way, and we walk over there, and I mean, Lizzie's like, this is the perfect spot. If Aaron doesn't do it now, he's not going to do it. So Lacey's over here being a goofball, and is like, she was like twirling around and dancing, and she twirls around one time. Aaron's on one knee,
And drops it.
and
She like drops it. And
Lacey's doing some. I don't even.
Save this on the internet.
I mean, I don't even know if it's worth putting on the internet. But Lacey's like, she's doing something. I don't even know what it is.
I was
And
doing
then
the most. Okay.
she was doing the most.
I was
That's
having a good
definitely the
time.
term for it. And Lacey is doing the most, and Aaron's down on one knee, and Lacey's like, oh. So Lacey, you can go from there. Like, what were you thinking in this time period?
Can I hear Aaron's perspective actually?
Yeah, go,
I
Aaron.
haven't heard that.
You go.
All right, we were. Yeah, I knew the trail was coming to an end, and I was like, am I about to like do it in the parking lot or something? Like,
Your hands were sweaty.
yeah, they were pretty sweaty. I was trying to like wipe them off
Mm-hmm.
every chance I got, but we were coming to the end, and I saw the arch, and I was like, this is the perfect spot.
Great spot.
Like everything else was terrible, compared to that. So then I think we took Noah and Lizzie's picture first, and then we took ours.
We didn't even take a picture of them. You're like, yeah, we're gonna go first.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. We took our picture, and she was like Noah was saying, doing the most, and then she started spinning, and then I don't know why she was
You
spinning.
made me sound like
But-
I'm crazy.
But
He
she
was twirling me, weren't you? No.
No, you were just
Okay.
on your own land,
she was
girl.
spinning.
Okay, just go.
She spun once, and I was like, all right, get down on one knee. So I got down on one knee, and I like smoothly took it out and opened the ring, the ring box. And the first thing I hear is, I'm so sorry.
Oh yeah, that's what she
She's like,
said.
bruh.
But that was perfect timing on Aaron's behalf because he like when like her back was toward you is when like he was like yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
great.
it was really good
That
timing.
was good timing.
That was
Thank
your
you.
thought, was bruh?
Yeah, because you said, I'm so sorry. Because I knew Lizzie was taking a video.
Oh yeah. Lizzie was up in our grill that whole time. Girl was like 12 inches away, like videoing it.
I mean, it was a good thing to have on video.
Yeah.
I mean, I even tried to video it, and
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, she's taking.
I was
videos.
late.
I
I
was
was
taking
late.
pictures. You were taking
No,
videos.
sorry. Continue what you were saying.
And then I had something that I wanted to say like beforehand, like I prepared it and like practiced it in the
Yeah.
mirror, and just like completely.
Yeah, it
went
was
out
just
my
the
mind.
moment though. Like it was hard for
Yeah.
sure.
So what did you say?
I said, "Lacey, I love you. Will you marry me?"
Mm.
Oh,
That was it.
That was actually sweet.
so
That was
sweet.
really sweet.
So from there, they got engaged on May 11th of this year, and you're getting married next May. Is that right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
What day is that?
24th.
24th. Nice. So, Lacey, how is wedding planning going?
It's going pretty well. We actually made the like down payment for the venue for our reception and stuff. Looking forward to it. I'm trying to. So we just were at a wedding yesterday, so I like took a lot of like mental notes, and I was
Yeah.
like, So yeah, we're gonna do some stuff. I think we're gonna like combine our parent dances.
Uh-huh.
That's like
That'll be
TBD. I
sweet.
think it's cute.
Yeah.
So like the attention
Yeah.
won't be on like
Attention
just
won't be
one
on
thing.
just
Yeah, I
okay.
just think it's really. I just think it's cute, and it's like a good way to like
Speed it
help
up too.
things move along.
Yep.
Yeah.
Seriously.
So we'll see. But I mean, yeah, making a playlist.
Yep.
Figuring stuff out. We don't know who we want to MC. That's
Yep.
TBD. But yeah, we're figuring it out.
And I think you're doing a really good job of like preparing beforehand because me and Lizzie, the second we got engaged, we started planning, and that's just the way to go. Like,
Yeah.
we know of a lot of like couples that wait not necessarily to the last minute, but they do things like during the week of, and it's really good to be prepared beforehand.
Yeah.
But how much would you say, like, you think, between you and Aaron, like, how much is Aaron helping you through it? Like, is he doing what he can?
Through wedding
planning, yeah.
Well, so in a lot of ways, I feel like we have an advantage just in general because we have a lot of friends that just got married.
Mhm.
So we're kind of just asking them like what we should do or like what they did, and then we're going from there. And I don't know. I'm more of the planner, so I'll
Yeah.
like come up with proposal ideas of like should we do this or this, and he'll like pick
Yeah.
between A or B, but both were my ideas, so I think both are good anyway. So it'll be that type of thing. There are some things he wanted a barn, so we're doing the reception in a barn type thing.
Nice.
Was there other stuff?
That was my only thing.
I feel like you have multiple things. I wanted to have the groomsmen have floral ties. He said no.
Oh, yeah.
That's fine.
No.
Stuff like that. So like he can say no, and I respect it. But most of it, he's like, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
So
It's good that you have somebody, to help you though. Like,
yeah.
Aaron's there for you. Like,
Yeah.
if you feel like you're doing everything by yourself, if
Yeah.
you be like, okay, Aaron, can you help me out in this, this, and this, and
Yeah.
he'll be like, yes, for sure.
Yeah, I know he'll do the work. It's just the like.
It's a lot of stuff on you, obviously, and
Yeah.
obviously Aaron doesn't. Me and Aaron guys don't know much about aesthetic like women do. So you're gonna make your perfect wedding, but you also want to have a second opinion because you never know what's gonna be, if your idea is good or if it's not.
Yeah.
But me and Lizzie are really excited for you guys.
Thank you.
We're looking forward to next year, in May. And we're so happy y'all, let us be able to a part of your day of engagement. I don't know if Aaron could have done it without me, but
That's
I
actually so
definitely
true.
could've.
Thank you for your.
you
partner.
could have. Aaron could have,
Yeah,
but
if you
It would have been at the
He
beach.
would have been at the beach. Yeah.
and Lacey probably would have been
I
balling.
would have been hot.
Yep.
I would have
Sweaty.
been mad. Yeah.
Yep. A lot
Would've
going on
said
there.
no.
Yeah, imagine
I
that.
would have like. I would have. He would have been holding it. I would have gotten his ear, been like, yeah.
That's so funny.
Oh my god.
But yeah, y'all are getting married next May. That's pretty awesome. We're excited for you guys, and we're praying for you for sure. But let's go into a little bit about kind of your work life right now. What's going on between you two and work?
What do you mean by that?
Like,
Just like, what do you
like what are you doing?
But don't say like.
Don't say like the exact name of where you work. Just say like what you're doing.
Oh, yeah, I'm a nurse aide at a local nursing home. So I help old people, and it's fun. I get to not only take care of them, but like to get to know them and make connections with them and be there for them. It's not just changing diapers and feeding them, but it's a lot more than that. It's building connections with them and being there for their last stages of life.
Yep.
And the more I've thought about it as I go in, so that's where I am now. And I plan on going into nursing and building a career off of that. The more I think about it, the more I feel I guess a calling towards like older people. I just enjoy it so much. My original plan is, and it currently still is the plan, to go into like operation room work, just like surgical stuff. But the more I think about it, I really do enjoy being in the nursing home. Like, with the amount of times I complain about it and joke about it, I really do love these people. And love taking care of them. And I just, I feel like I might want to be doing that as I'm a nurse too.
Yeah.
But the plan is right now to not be in a nursing home, but to go through nursing school, do my clinicals, and then work in a hospital, and then hopefully get the okay to travel across the country and doing work like that.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
So that's where Aaron is currently working. What about you, Lacey?
Okay, so me. I'm going to school for accounting, so
Okay.
I have an internship right now. I was doing taxes, and it's like not tax season, so I'm doing basically admin stuff right now, honestly. But anyways, and then I have another internship lined up for next summer. It's at one of the big 4 accounting firms, and I'll hope that they like offer me a job. TBD, we shall see.
Yep.
But yeah, I plan to become a CPA like within the next 2.5 years. So work in public accounting unless I absolutely hate it, and then I'll try to go for industry. But I like accounting because you can do part time or full time, so
Yep.
it's kind of just whatever.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
Well, what I've learned from jobs recently is like, God has a certain plan out for your life, and you personally have specific plans that you want, but what's most important is following God's specific plan for you. You could have a whole life mapped out, and God can be like, okay, this is what I want you to do, and that's what's most important is following God's plan. And it's good that you guys have plans and everything, but it's not uncommon for God to be like, okay, I want you here, and it's just important that we listen to Him, and from there make those decisions. But yeah, I mean, you guys both seem to have your lives together within the job force, so I'm definitely very proud of you guys within that. So I want to like kind of get like a discussion between us four, and what do you think like our greatest memory is as a
Did
group?
you almost say a foursome?
No, I was gonna say like quadruplets.
that.
I was gonna say like quadruplets. I don't know why.
Okay.
Do we have like a main memory between us four? I mean, obviously there's me and Lizzie's
I was
engagement,
gonna say
Yeah.
what are they?
and then their engagement. But like, was there anything else that really like popped out? I mean, we went to Wet and Wild that one time.
The concerts we've been to have been fun.
Kane was fun.
Yeah.
Kane was fun.
I thought
We
that
went to
was
Kane
fun.
concert. We went to the Greensboro
Winter
the lake thing with our
Oh,
school.
Lake.
I forgot about that.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah,
The lake?
that was fun.
Wait,
yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
You remember that?
I know,
Really
y'all
fun.
are like my fun group. If
Like
I,
we
do
like
stuff
got in the
like
lake and
I forgot.
Ran up, like,
Oh,
the-
metal
like,
boarding
okay.
and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I
Okay.
forgot.
And
about
you
that.
made us disc golf and we sucked.
oh yeah, that disc golf course
Yeah.
was ratchet. I'll
Aaron
tell you
had to
what.
like dig my stuff out of the trees.
It was like full of
Dude, I got eaten
cobwebs.
up by checkers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we all did.
I checked my feet the next day and it was red. Like it was terrible.
So
Okay, but favorite memory. I liked when we went to the state fair because the state fair is special for me.
Yeah.
I like that too.
yeah,
That was fun with Tina.
and Tina was there too. But when it comes to like us and our engagement and y'all's engagement, like what was the better experience? Like I don't know, like between us two. Like obviously, like us, we
Well, it was very different.
it was very
Completely
different. I don't know.
I mean, it was very.
I'm
different.
assuming y'all like yours more and we like ours more,
The
but like
only thing I really remember
Oh my god.
from y'all's engagement is that like I like accidentally found Hayden and
The
Jenna
photographer, yeah.
in the bushes.
Mm-hmm.
uh-huh.
I like
Because they were
I
hiding.
felt really bad because I thought like Lizzie saw me.
So
That's the only thing.
I,
I
know, I
remember.
feel like I liked yours because I got like the anticipation of knowing what was about to happen,
Yeah.
and then being like,
Yeah.
it finally happened and it went off well,
Yeah.
and it's exactly what Lizzie wanted and all this stuff.
right.
I really like that.
But I think there were both of us had like during both of our engagement we both had we just had like crucial moments. Like I was on my knee for 43 seconds. Aaron
Oh my
was
God.
Aaron was walking around in his engagement. We walked around for like 45 minutes to an hour trying to get Aaron to get on one knee.
Yeah.
But I don't know why y'all didn't do it at the walkway. There was like this one cute little like walkway we were at where there was nobody. Looking back, I was like, why did he not just do it? But,
Yeah. I think it's hard to rate, which proposal was
very-
I
better,
think
but
it was
like
both sweet. I'm glad we were there for each other.
Yeah. and it was one of those things that like you said, we were there for each other. Like Lacey and Aaron helped me throughout my situation, and me and Lizzie helped Aaron throughout his. So
Yeah.
it's just good to have friends that can help you not only get through just like the normal things of life, but big drastic changes and moves and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
So do you guys have any feedback from our podcast yet? Have you guys watched our episodes at all?
No,
Okay.
we've watched some of them.
I'll
Just be honest. It's okay.
I'll give you some.
I have
critiques
something
off
to say,
camera.
too.
You'll give
No,
me critiques off camera?
Well, then I have something to say. Okay, because you guys are very much yourself on the podcast. So watching it is like reliving the conversations that I've already had with you. But I mean that in a good way for people that don't know you. Like,
Right.
I think that's a really good opportunity for them. But I'm like, I've already heard this conversation. Like,
Right.
Right.
it's the same
Right.
thing I've already heard. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Not.
I think that I would like to hear more of like maybe like your biblical views on stuff
Yeah.
like that. I think that's interesting because we don't really talk about that so much.
Yeah.
But it really is like everything that I've already talked to you about. You know what I mean? So the
Yeah.
That's
podcast-
coming.
Episodes.
Yeah.
This is episode 4, but episode 3
It's,
was
yeah.
like a biblical focused
Okay.
one on
Yeah,
based
yeah.
on
I
Christian
mean,
music.
so I'll more likely be listening to that because I just know
Yeah.
what
Right,
you guys are about
right.
to say.
Because
You know what I mean?
we tell you guys our stories, and I
Yeah.
mean,
No,
as we
like-
go further
yeah.
along, we'll tell like new stories, but
Yeah,
like
yeah. 'Cause, like,
it's like you're listening to something you already know.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm the one getting the live time text of like, oh, like Noah's job, this is this.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like hearing it on a podcast, I'm like, why do you need that?
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you already heard this. I
Yeah.
got you. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
I appreciate you mentioning like me and Lizzie, like we are ourselves. Like I guess you guys will attest to this. Like we're ourselves, no matter who we're around.
Yeah.
And I mean that's kind of how we try to portray ourselves in this podcast because there's no reason to be someone that you're not, and that's not even a thing for just the podcast. That's in real life. Like if I'm myself and I'm around you and you don't get along with me and we don't click, then that's perfectly fine. But like I'm not going to change who I am for anybody
Well, I'm
else.
trying to become that way since I'm
Yeah.
married to you.
Right.
We're working on that.
Mhm.
So
But I mean, I think we're ourselves, and that's a really good thing to be. Like, you shouldn't try to be anyone else. You know, God made you the way you are, and that's how you should be, who you should be.
Mhm.
But that's honestly all the pointers and questions I had. Did y'all have any like other?
Successful
Questions for us?
podcast. Okay, good.
Do y'all have any other questions or
questions?
tidbits for us?
No questions.
I'm gonna do the
Well, this was Lacey and Aaron, and just kind of
comment if we should be back on the pod.
they'll definitely
Yeah.
be back in the future.
Questions? Comments, concerns.
Q&A maybe type beat.
Really concerns as to why we were on Tinder, probably. But yeah.
But we went through a lot of Lacey and Aaron, and we're really glad you guys were the first ones on our podcast because, like, honestly, you guys mean a lot to us,
Mhm.
and you're always there for us. Not only like I know I can reach out to Aaron about anything, but also like reach out to Lacey about anything too, and I'm sure Lizzie feels the exact same way. But anything else from you?
I don't
Sugar
think so. You
Bear?
covered everything.
Well, this was Lizzie, Noah, Lacey, and Aaron on the Lacey and Aaron episode of the Years of Making podcast. Hope y'all have a fantastic day.